Hi, my name is Nadir Lu. Thank you for spending time with me today. I'll be introducing my grant proposal, explain why this topic matters, walk through the methods and the budget, and end with the conclusion and the next steps. This project has a short training that helps everyday adults like neighbors, coaches, relatives, or after school staff recognize common autistic signals and respond in ways that are respectful, simple, and supportive. Autism doesn't look the same in every child. Some kids use few words or communicate with the device. Others are just very talkative but sensitive to sound or light. Many use repetitive or self-calming movements to get through the day. When adults don't recognize these differences, children can be mislabeled as weird or difficult, which leads to exclusion. With roughly 1 in 36 US children identified with autism, it's likely all of us will interact with autistic kids in parks, sports, libraries, and family events. A quick clarification: a meltdown is not a tantrum, it's often a response to overwhelming sensory input. Nonverbal doesn't mean doesn't understand. Many children understand a lot and may communicate in other ways, including American Sign Language, AAC devices, or gestures. Covering ears or avoiding eye contact can be self regulation, not defiance. The goal of my proposal is to replace misinterpretation with recognition and practical support. What's my purpose? My purpose is to create and test a 20 to 25 micro learning video that gives community adults a quick, clear playbook. See this, try this. My hypothesis is participants will be better recognize common autistic signals. They will support lower stigmatizing language and less social distance, and they will show greater willingness and confidence to offer simple support. We expect these gains to partial whole 2 weeks later. This is one group pre-test, post-test designed with a 2-week follow-up. Participants complete a short baseline survey, watch a training video, finish an immediate post-test, and then a 2-week follow-up. The format is intentionally light lift so it can scale across community settings. We can participate in this test. Adults over 18 who regularly interact with children, parents, caregivers, coaches, volunteers, extended family, after school staff. No professional autism training is required. I will try to run this test at a community centers, libraries, youth sports, PTAs, and local partner newsletters. How can I make this doable and sensitive? $10 after post test, $5 after 2-week follow up. So this is like a gain for everybody. They will gain a little extra money while also learning about difficult signs in autistic children, and also the autistic children and the community as a whole will get benefit from this test. The reminders: automated nudges after 24 hours, 72 hours, day 12, and day 14. How accessible can this be? So the video will have captions. We can also translate the videos and make it like mobile friendly surveys, like maybe in iPads and stuff like that. This is also voluntary. We will not be forcing anyone. Every invitation says this is optional. Declining or stopping has no effect on services or relationships with any organization. This is a minimal risk educational project Participation is voluntary. You can skip any question or withdraw at any time without penalty. If someone doesn't want to participate, nothing changes for them. A non-search version of the video will be available after data collection, so people can still learn without joining the study. The 20 to 25-minute training blends the myth, the facts in plain language, I'm sorry. So like we previously said, if you see this, try this. Or how we also explained that maybe kids that are overstimulated are labeled as something. This is what we mean with the myth. The short-lived experience clips from autistic people to humanize the topic. So we're gonna be showing how overstimulated kids can get and what the overstimulation can feel, so everyone can at least have that understanding of what these kids are going through. One more time, the simple see this, try this guide the maps common situations to actions. For example, if a child is covering their ears, offer a quieter space or noise reduction options. If a child uses an AAC, honor the device and give extra time to respond. If transitions are hard, preview what's next with a visual cue or timer. For outcomes, I'm focusing on three primary. First, signal recognition, accuracy using a short child Venus with multiple choice answers. Second, willingness to provide simple accommodation, measure with a brief Likert scale. And third, respectful language use captured by 5-item checklist. Secondary outcomes include conversational confidence with 4 items and social distance using an adapted 5-item scale. I'll also look at 2 exploratory moderators, prior contact with autistic people, and perceived support in the participant settings, like how supportive their team, workplace, or group is. All measure all measures are brief and readable to fit a general community audience. The procedure is straightforward. After a e-consent, participants complete a baseline survey that takes about 7 minutes. Watch the video for about 20 to 25 minutes. Complete an immediate post test that takes about 7 minutes, and then finish a 2-week follow-up that also takes around 7 minutes. Automated reminders support completion, and after the 2-week follow-up, participants can opt in a 5-minute booster micro module as exploratory add-on. To keep results trustworthy, the surveys include attention checks. The video player logs exposure, so participants need to be at least 18 minutes watch, and I'll flag straight lining or super fast service times. I'll report 2 analyst sets, intent to thread, which includes everyone who starts, and per protocol, which requires com- completing pre and post, watching at least 18 minutes, and passing at least 1 attention check. For statistics, I'll use parity tests um, or repeated measures across pre, post, and follow-up. Reports effect sizes. Missing data will be handled with mixed effects models that use all available observations, plus multiple imputation sensitive checks. I'll apply home correction for multiple comparisons, intent to thread, its primary, per protocol, and robust checks. I also build contingency if total starters fall below 100 in the intent to treat set, or if follow-up completion drops to 70% or under 70%, I'll recruit a backup cohort B through additional partners such as the YMCA, parks and recreational centers, or faith groups, using identical procedures. If effects are small, For example, D is under 0.20 on primary outcomes. I'll launch a pre-specified phase 2 microbooster. Half of completers are randomized to a new 5-minute add-on that deepens perspective taken and adds two more see this, try this cues, and then we check outcomes again at 4 weeks. This steps protects power, improve retention, and tests whether a tiny dose increase strength results. The total budget is $3,071.25. That includes $1,200 for video production, $150 for captioning and making it accessible in other languages, $300 for the Saver platform license, $1,200 for participant incentive, $10 after the post test, plus $5 after the 2-week follow-up, $75 for printing and handouts, and a 5% contingency of $146.25. That contingency can cover up recruitment or the micro booster if either is triggered without changing the core scope. Why this matters? It's simple. Small changes from everyday adults, like offering a noise break, honoring a communication device, or previewing transitions, can make it possible for autistic children to participate and enjoy community life. Because that training is short, practical, and low burden, it can spread quickly across libraries, recreation programs, parent groups, and faith communities. This isn't about turning people into specialists, it's about helping communities respond with patience, respect, and workable actions. There are limits. A one group design narrows causal inference, and a 2-week follow up is short. Next steps include running a randomized controlled trial, checking longer term retention, and adapting materials for Spanish and ASL or American Sign Language to broaden access. If the phase 2 microbooster improves outcome, I'll incorporate a built-in 5-minute booster in future rollouts. To conclude, a brief strength-based video can improve recognition of autistic signals, lowering stigmas. Sti- to conclude, a brief strength-based video can improve recognition of autistic signals, lower stigmatizing language, and increase willingness and confidence to offer simple support. With clear plans for cooperation, data quality, and contingency, this project is ready for community pilots. Thank you for watching. I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any or any more changes, but this is a wrap. Thank you for watching.